Spring is one of those seasons where getting dressed gets confusing. It's not really cold, not really warm, and most outfits end up feeling either too basic or just off. So instead of building a typical minimalist capsule wardrobe, I wanted to see what actually happens if we build one around texture and color and pieces that actually work in real life. In this video, I'll show you how I created 30 outfits using just a few key pieces and, more importantly, why they work.
Be good, stay good.
So this is the capsule I built. It might not look like a typical capsule wardrobe, but every piece here has a very specific role, and I'll walk you through it piece by piece and why everything works together. Let's start with the base, the bottom piece. Because honestly, any capsule wardrobe starts from there, and for spring, white jeans, I'd say they're pretty much like a must-have for casual style. These ones are from Fabrique. By the way, they have a really unique and structured cut. I'll tell you more about them in a second. White jeans just instantly freshen up the whole look and make it feel more seasonal. So I'll show you how this works from right now, let's call it April looks, and we'll move all the way into June. So April is all about layering, and you still need jackets, but something lightweight so it doesn't feel heavy. So I went with these two denim jackets, and yes, they are denim, but they don't fit like denim, and that's the key. If you want a more elevated capsule, go with this kind of jackets, especially if you still want to wear jeans. So we have a nice overall balance. The pink one just enhances that fresh spring feeling, and the darker one adds contrast, so the outfit doesn't feel too flat or repetitive. As we move into May, everything starts to simplify a bit. Less layers, more clarity. Here I'm using a tank top with this open work cardigan. I really like this texture because it doesn't look boring and it works really well with denim. And then the plaid button down. I'll talk more about it later, but here it just works as a relaxed second layer over a clean base. Very easy, very fresh. And then we land into June, and this is my favorite part. Here accessories start doing most of the work because without layering, every detail actually matters more. And this is where white jeans really show their power. They just brighten everything, make the whole outfit feel lighter and a bit more elevated without trying too hard. And one more important thing to look for when you're choosing white jeans, the fabric. It should be dense enough not to be too transparent. I mean, dense white denim that doesn't show the pocket lines just looks more expensive and more put together. So yeah, just check if you can see the pockets. That's a quick test. And this is exactly why I like this pair in particular, and also it's really about the cut. They have these front seams which actually make the legs look longer. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. These are from Fabrique, and this is kind of the idea behind the Fabrique as a brand. And yes, this video is kindly sponsored by Fabrique. The idea behind the brand, they collaborate with different designers, many of them coming from luxury fashion houses like Dior, Louis Vuitton, Hermes. So each piece has that level of design thinking behind it, but it still feels very wearable in real life. And they also produce in small quantities, so you're not seeing the same thing everywhere, which I personally really like. So all the pieces in this capsule are from their spring collection, and I selected them specifically to build a wardrobe that feels practical, easy to wear, but it still looks put together. And by the way, I have some exciting news for my European viewers. Fabrique now officially ships to parts of Europe, including Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, and the UK. So I'll link everything down below in the description box along with my promo codes if you want to check them out and get a little extra off. Now, moving on, the second bottom piece for this spring casual capsule is dark wash jeans because they beautifully complement white jeans. We usually reach for them when maybe it's raining outside, or when we want something a bit more polished and refined, that deep blue tone just looks very elegant and put together. And here I'm reusing the same pieces because that's exactly how a capsule wardrobe works. Everything is designed to work with everything. April looks are styled in a similar way, more layered. It helps you adapt to those temperature changes throughout the day. As we move into May, the outfits become lighter and easier, and here I want to focus on this plaid button down. This one is designed by Hannah Yu. She's known for these softer, more expressive details, and actually you can see it in the fabric and the cut. Denim just loves this kind of print. It's like a classic flannel shirt, but made for spring, lightweight cotton, breathable. You can even wear it on warmer days, and you can play with it, tuck it in, leave it open. It changes the whole feel of the outfit. And the same base with the cardigan. I really love this white and navy combination, but I'll talk a bit more about the color palette later because that's actually a big part of this capsule wardrobe. And then we move into June, where everything is stripped down to the base. And here I went with a navy tank top, not black, because I wanted to enhance that richness of navy as a color. And here we can focus on these navy blue jeans from Fabrique. What I really like about them is the fabric. It's very lightweight, almost feather-like, so it moves with you instead of feeling stiff. For me, that's crucial because comfort is everything, especially when you're wearing denim all day. And before we move on to the skirt, I want to pause on the back for a second because it's actually doing a lot of the work across these outfits. You've probably noticed I've been using the same one bag, and that's intentional. This is the Aura bag from Fabrique, and it's actually designed by Valeria Masai. She worked on leather goods at Bottega Veneta and Prada, so you can feel the level of design. I went with this specific bag because it works perfectly with a denim capsule because, hear me out, brown is basically a darker, more complex version of orange, and blue and orange are complementary colors, meaning these two colors sit opposite to each other on a color wheel. That's exactly why this combination just works. It feels balanced, rich, and visually complete without trying too hard. And actually, if you think about it, all the stitching in denim is done in that rusty brown tone for the same reason. So when you bring in a bag like this, it just naturally connects with all the denim pieces. And yes, as you can see, it's a very practical bag. You can wear it in so many different ways. It's just a perfect everyday bag for a casual capsule. And yes, it fits everything you need for the day. And now let's move on to the skirt. Starting with this pink jacket, now you can really see how it works here. It beautifully freshens up the whole look, adds that soft spring mood and makes everything feel lighter. And with dark blue jacket, the outfit instantly becomes more practical, a bit more grounded, more everyday. With the cardigan for May looks, it softens everything again, makes it feel relaxed and easy, but it's still very put together. And then with the button down, this is where it gets more bold and a bit playful, especially if you enjoy mixing prints like me, because spring is really that moment when you can experiment more and kind of reinvent your personal style a little. And finally, when we strip it back to just the tops, this is where you really see the beauty of the skirt itself. The fabric is slightly crinkled, which is perfect for a casual wardrobe. You don't have to iron it, which honestly is gold. And the cut is bias paneled, so it moves beautifully, and it's perfect design for curvy girls. So keep it in mind next time you're looking for a perfect spring skirt. And I'm actually stealing this skirt for my next video. It's gonna be all about skirts and skirts only. I've already styled more than 20 outfits so far, so stay tuned if you want more spring inspiration. And finally, blue jeans. This is your most relaxed everyday base, the one you reach for without thinking. Starting with April, again, layering does the work. Light jackets add structure, so even casual denim feels a bit more put together. Moving into May, it gets easier, fewer layers, softer combinations, everything feels more effortless. And then June, just a simple top, clean, minimal, and that's the beauty of a well-cut pair of blue jeans. They don't try too hard, but they always work. And now a few words about the color palette, because this is what really holds everything together in a unique way. It's the color palette of a coastline. Deep blue, warm, earthy tones, soft light, everything feels easy and simple, but it's still very balanced. And this is the perfect color palette for casual style. And what makes it work is the mix of tones. Denim brings that cooler, deeper base, and then the warmer tones like brown, cream adds warmth and contrast. Light pink softens everything and adds airy and feminine vibes, so nothing feels too sharp or too flat, and that's really the key. Everything is slightly different but is still very connected. And the last chapter, accessories and jewelry. So I intentionally kept it very minimal. Same necklace, same scarf, same sunglasses, just to show you it's not about having more accessories, it's about having a small set that actually works with your capsule wardrobe and shoes. I only used 2 pairs, my old suede ankle boots with a small stable heel. They have that slightly western feel but still look very sleek. And canvas sneakers, probably the easiest, most comfortable option for spring. I'll link everything down below. Alright, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to check out my description box and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I can see that you're still sitting there in front of your screen. It means you want to watch another video. My recommendation would be how to wear blue. Yeah, that simple. So the idea behind this video was very simple. I explored one shade and one shade only, which is blue, and gave you all the needed information in terms of styling, shades, undertones, everything you need to know to wear blue as a professional stylist. Click, see you.